Hey guys, it's me Brooke here from Saddlebrook Stables, and in today's video is a Schleich barn tour for fall of 2022. Right here we just have our sign which says welcome to Saddlebrook Stables. Obviously everything is decorated for fall, so you will see a ton of fall decorations. So here we just have our dog Sadie, our German Shepherd, and I don't know if I think they still make her. And we do have leaves everywhere, and this grass is from Menards, if you guys are wondering where this fake grass is. And then there's just a little cat dressed up as a pumpkin on our wash stall here. And here we have Sally just tacking up my retired halfling mare. She doesn't know how to name. Please comment some name. She's super cute. I got her at Briar Fest. So yeah, she's just tacking her up. And if we go over here, we have Warrior, my 1997 wearing Morgan Gelding, my absolute favorite Schleich in my entire collection. And he has a miniature Schleich made by Sugar Rose Studios. And then there are his two signs I made. A little barn that goes with this mini Schleich, and then a little jack-o'-lantern, corn, and a basket of fruits and vegetables for the horses, and then a witch cat. And in here is just some pull wraps. I just don't want to open it because there's stuff on top. Then next, let's go into my barn, but let me turn on the lights. There is a Saddlebrook Stables sign outside, and then just a little cat up there with wings, and we have some leaves on the roof, but let's obviously go inside. I have added so many extra things to this barn, it's not even funny, but here we do have a sign that says privately owned horses do not pet or feed, because this is our border barn. So here we have Greendale, the retired 2013 Fjord Stallion. He's wearing a new Halloween blanket I made him. And then all of the horses' signs have a Shrinky Dink, a ribbon, and a little info card. So I'm not going to show you all of them, but that's his. And then let me come up and over here. We have the 2009. Yes, the 2009 retired Frisian Stallion. He does not have a name. This is actually Spike's stall. Spike is right here, the retired 2014 Frisian Stallion. I have both here. And then they each have their own little hay bags. I made them. And a jolly ball he has. And they all have super cute accessories. A lamp. And in the middle, I do have cross ties that I made. Here is Megan, the owner of Spike and Greendale. She's just tacking up Spike here. There is her other tack. He actually has a hook outside of a stall for halters and stuff. There's a grooming box. And then over here is Sundance's stall, but it's empty right now because he is out in the arena. You'll see him later, but his tack and custom grooming box I did is outside there. And then this stall is also empty. This is Johnny's stall. He is a repaint you'll see later, modeled after the real Johnny. He does have a little hay bag I made there if you want to see a better view. He also has a jolly ball and a treat like he's spoiled. Here is their, he's the new, I don't even know what dog he is, but he's just by Pumpkin, and then that's obviously the front of Johnny's stall. So if we come outside of the barn and go down the little alleyway, we will come to Kaya riding Bridget, my collecta Shinkatig mare, and then this is our little puppy. He doesn't have a name, he's just a German Shepherd. And there by the arena that I made with my parents, which I've actually had for a few years now. And then over here we have Grace tacking up Royal, the retired Hanoverian Stallion, and they're super cute. We just have a random halter. I don't even know whose it is, but it's just hanging on the fence. At least it's not on the ground, you know. Then over here is his bridle, and then there's a bag of treats, a big jack-o'-lantern, an orange cat, Milo, who has fallen. He never wants to stand sometimes, to like stick him in the grass. And then we have a little mini Winnie stall made by Briar SCS Emporium. And then we have a little custom Schleich bunny. And then in the arena, obviously, we have some fall jumps out. Here is Sundance, the 2007 retired Tennessee Walker Stallion, and then his rider May is a custom rider I actually painted. And they're going towards this big jump, hay bales with the pumpkins. And these jump standards were made by Blue Meadow Tack Shop on Etsy. And back here we have, what's her name? Sky riding Axel, the retired Appaloosa Stallion. And then we have Brooke, aka Mini Me, riding Johnny. Here's the custom Johnny to the real horse. And then we have, and I think he's on like the retired Morgan. I don't really know. And then we have Sarah riding Zara, the retired Knabstrapper mare. And then we have Lola, one of our dogs. And then we have Brian, the owner of the barn, also the instructor. And then we have a little mounting block. So this is it for the top of my barn. Let's go to the bottom. Here is the bottom of my barn. It is under the table, so I do have fairy lights trying to lighten up some spots because it can get quite dark under here. But luckily I have a window that helps with natural light, but it just doesn't get the greatest lighting down here, which you guys have seen from some of my movies. But let's start off with the tack room, which is kind of an interesting tack room. And yes, it's not really like separated by a wall, but the table does go out to my cabinet, and there is a little like thing. So this empty space that wasn't being used, I was like, I'll just use it for my tack room because it doesn't take up any extra space. And it's all tucked back there. And it had so much stuff, even though it's kind of an awkward space. So let's go. Up here, it isn't very realistic, but it just holds some stuff so they're not falling on the floor. There's a little log outside, a gigantic pumpkin, and then we have one of our little cats here, a pitchfork, some food, table. I'm not going to go into detail on absolutely everything, but I'm going to do my best because if I went in detail on everything, we'd be here for forever. There's a calendar, some prizes, halters, and then some feed, animal treats, more feed, and then we have this little feed thing I made, which honestly I don't even want to know how long it took me. Inside here it is with all the little details. And then we have a giant feed chart. Here we have one of our shelving units, has buckets, supplements, and stuff like that. Ribbons everywhere. Some anatomy charts, awards, more supplement and grooming boxes. And in this one we have mainly bathing supplies and vet things. Some more pictures, and then our pool storage. That green container is dog food, some more horse pictures, and then on the back wall we have some saddles and bridles, and a little it's hard to explain. There are steps there, so you can climb up onto like the little bench. Yeah, it's a bench with storage underneath. There's a cat underneath in a bed. And then we have more saddle stands. And then we actually have our vet. He's coming to ride one of the horses, so he's grabbing a saddle. And then on this side, there is some more horse feed and Mr. Cheese. Can't forget about him. More feed, a scoop, and a little grooming box. Outside of the tack room, we have, this is Pinky, the Lusitano mare, and she's just tied outside of her little paddock because Rachel, her owner, is mucking it out. Because, you gotta keep those pastures clean. There's a neck rope here. And then we have the big pasture. I know it's really not that big, but space is a thing, guys. Okay, here we have April, the retired Hanoverian mare, and her little cactus blankie. We have Vegas, who you probably all know from Saddlebrooke Stables' series. Right now there are mares in here. I don't really care about gender that much in here. Then we have Marmalade, the Appaloosa little mare. Then we have Bear, he's a Shetland. And then we have Toby, he is a donkey foal. And then obviously more decorations. And on our gate here we have a big pumpkin and some spider webs. And then we have a please keep the gate closed sign on the gate, obviously. Out here in like the little yard area, we have more people doing some work. Here we have Lily, and she's just cleaning her saddle because gotta keep that clean. Then we have a little grave thing here, decoration, we know. Then, where a lot of food is, we have Julio Van Spit eating it, which he should not be, but no one's stopping him apparently because there's a bunch of people here. And then we have Abigail, and she's riding Finn. Oh my goodness, I can't remember. I remembered his name. Finn, my Welsh pony stallion. You guys probably haven't seen him in like ever. Then we have Royal Stall. Obviously, it's empty because you saw him out there. And then we have Dixie, the retired. Is she? No. Retired. What is she? Track mare. She's the retired track mare. I couldn't remember literally what breed she was. She's just chilling in her stall. And then we have our pony pasture. We have Mia, and she's petting Dash, pony, who's the retired Dartmoor stallion. And then back there we have the collected Dartmoor. And here we have Hannah, and she's just taking off the blanket of her horse Cayenne. She's wearing a cute red, white, and blue blankie. Over here we have some tack boxes. Over here they got some tack boxes, grooming boxes. Not really shorts in all of these. I'll show you this one. The Christmas riding pack I made, which if you guys don't know what that is, I'll link it up right here, right now. You can click it right there, but after this video, obviously. Or watch it and please come back. And down in the description if you want to learn how to make some Christmas tack, even though it's not Christmas yet. Then we have some tack on a tack stand. And then we have Tina, and she's grabbing some hay, but it kind of looks like she's falling. Whoopsie. I have the hay on like this little pallet, keep it off the ground, keep it from getting wet and soggy and gross. And then we have all of our other animals that aren't horses. So we have our lambs with our pigs. Here's Tiny, there's Teeny. I think he's like the retired one now. Actually, I don't know if they make any of these anymore, but they're retired probably. Then we have the pigs. The mom is Penelope. This one's Baby. And then this one's Thug, who, yes, has a gold chain because my other brothers told me I should make one, so I did. And they kind of have this little area where they can go in the little stall or kind of roam around in this area they got here. Back here we have our bunnies. Now I don't remember all of their names. I just know that one's Thumper. And then this one's actually Safari LTD, but it's cute. I don't really remember any of their names, but they're kind of all scattered and probably hidden where you can't see them all. Oh, and then we have a boy. I forgot. He's sitting in here. From this angle, you can't even see him. He's sitting in there chilling with them. And then we have our chicken coop. And I think all you can see right now is the hen. Yeah, everyone else is inside because they don't care about going out. So we have our hen in there. And then we have, oh, she's back. It's Beauty who from the house, my Halloween movie from last year. So watch that. It's also be linked too. You want to see this skeleton horse be back. She's coming, hopefully not to be bad, but she's hiding back there. Then we have our little cow pen I made. This one is Bean. No, that one's Bean. And that one's Milkshake. And this is their food. Their owner is Tina. So yeah, this is it for this part of the barn, but we have to go to the very last spot, which is my homemade barn. Here's my homemade barn, which also has its own video. All these videos I talk about will be linked, so if you guys want to watch those. So I actually have added on to, I think since the last barn tour, this little like brick walkway. Anyway, we got some pumpkins, which I have not pointed out every pumpkin in this video. Room. And this barn it took me like 2 weeks to make, and it was like popsicle sticks, stained popsicle sticks. It's a sliding door barn, so they slide. Or you can have the option of putting up a chain, but the store's closed right now. This is actually Zara style, but in here we have Destiny wearing one of my other Halloween blankets, candy corns. I'll be making more of these, but I just only made 2 right now. Back there is her little yearling who needs a name. So they have some hay and poop that someone needs to clean, and a water bucket. And then we have Domino. Yeah, and this is also actually Vegas' stall, but they're not in there right now, so it doesn't matter. This is Domino, the retired Appaloosa Gelding stallion. I don't know. They're also retired. I don't even know anymore. And yeah, his stall. There's also poop people need to clean. Oh, and he has hay. And it's And we have some leaves and pumpkins and a little jester cat. Oh. Then we have some halters. And then we have Kelly, who's just grooming Titan, the pure Raza Stallion. Yeah, and she's getting him ready. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Congratulations if you made it to the end, because I guarantee this is a very lengthy video. But other than that, I'll see you all on my next one. Bye, guys!